So this is part three of Teddy's story, and I know that this is long-winded, but the reason is because his story is long-winded. It's not something simple that just one day just like popped up out of nowhere. So he was diagnosed with this bleed, and he was doing very well. He was actually doing a lot better than his sister was doing respiratory wise. Teddy had gotten off the jet ventilator, and if you're a medical person, you might know what that is. It's basically a high frequency ventilator that's more gentle on the lungs of preemies. But he had gotten off the jet and he was onto conventional, and he was actually only getting 21% oxygen at this time, which is what you and I breathe. So one of the ways that they monitor for hydrocephalus and IVH changes in micropremies and preemies in general is they take a daily head circumference where they measure around the heads of the babies. And Teddy's head circumference had been increasing, which indicated that he was developing some sort of hydrocephalus. Now, to the degree, they weren't sure exactly how bad it was, but we were charting it and watching it, and everything was okay. We were like not in the clear, but we weren't like in this super high danger panic mode. And you have to know and realize that when I say panic mode, I mean like panic mode for micro preemie mom, like panic mode. Like I've had my babies resuscitated on my chest multiple times, and so like panic mode for me at this time is like I'm gonna lose my baby right this second. So my level of panic at that point in time is a lot different than what my level of panic was prior to having this experience. So we had seen that his head circumference was increasing a little faster than his weight and the growth of his body was. And so basically, what that would indicate is that, so for IVH, what happens in like super simple terms is the blood starts to break down and then it needs to drain from the body. And there's like plumbing within your brain. And when it doesn't drain, it clogs up the plumbing, and the CSF, which is the cerebral spinal fluid, can build up and cause the head to get a little bit bigger and just cause tons of problems. If you're interested, it's called hydrocephalus. Google it. You will see some very extreme cases. This is not what Teddy looked like. Teddy looked very normal to like the naked eye. But on Google, you'll see babies with heads like this big, and those are babies that have gone untreated for an extended period of time. So we had been charting this, and they called us in, and they were like, we need to meet with a neurosurgeon and a neurologist, and go to part four to see what they said. Hint, it isn't what ended up happening.